Ladies, once you've orgasmed, do you care how long a guy goes for? It depends if I'm up for a second one. But often things get really sensitive, and if he goes on too long it gets painful. My wife told me to ask you, and I quote, "What's an orgasm?" Hurry it up, my guy. Now I'm just acting. Intercourse can become painful after too long. But otherwise I don't care. Sometimes I can even have another one. Not a first through PIV, but a second or third. I don't mind, but if he goes too long I'm going to want a second one. I personally do not care. Actually, if you're coming fast, I find it kinda hot. It means I'm doing a good job. I don't mind. It can be exhausting though. We don't really count anymore, but usually I'm into double digits before he gets his. Once I'm done, he is free to be quick and be done. Obviously I'm not who you're asking, as I'm a guy. But the first orgasm, my girlfriend doesn't care either way. If I finish soon after, she's fine because she also finished. If I go for even longer, she also loves that because then she often finishes again and again until I decide to finish. It's a win-win. I want the guy to come within the next minute or two. Sometimes I can grab a couple more O's within this window, but if it goes on much longer than that, it is not enjoyable for me. My wife usually orgasms rather quickly. Often too quickly and before I'm ready. If I can't get off within a minute or two after her, I just start to feel stupid and like I'm just using her, which is a turn off. So often I don't get to until the next morning when I take care of myself. She seems to feel bad sometimes but doesn't try to help me, and I can't tell her what to do. Because then I'd know she's only doing so out of obligation, and again, I'd feel like I'm using her. So it's really not a problem as long as we can both finish together or nearly so. Usually, that's when I climax first and then she can let herself go. Then it's good. Yup, that's definitely fine. If it goes on longer and I have more, that's fine too. But if we go too long I kind of get tired, lol. So short and sweet is nice too. He can go as long as he wants. Sometimes we end up getting each other off a couple times before we are done. Woman shrugging, all depends on the day. Sex feels good, especially after I come. Not a necessity, but it's nice to keep going. Just for a little bit. I am happy to keep going. But too long and it starts to get uncomfortable. And beyond that, straight up painful. I care. 'Cause of course I want him to come. But if he's not there by the time pain starts setting in, we're switching the method. It should always be a race to see who finishes first. There is no second place. First one to finish wins. I don't usually mind the duration personally, although if it is taking longer than usual sometimes, we have to use some lube because there can be some friction which can be painful. Within reason, since I can get a stomachache that lasts into the next day if it goes on for too long. As long as he doesn't outlast my ability to lubricate, I'm chill. Hey women, a little trick. If you are going at it and you've nutted and it's time to wrap things up, if you can reach them, start massaging his balls. This finishes me off pretty quickly.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.